Hey guys, Buffing Game Bet today bringing you a video, and today we're going over the DSA-58. This is a weapon that I've used quite a bit in the past. Covered this in a few videos, I'll link those down below, but this thing here, you're going to see it mainly in Rebirth. I wanted to bring this thing back. This is a really tough gun to use. I've been trying to get back on this thing for a while. Definitely a good learning curve here because it is a single rate of fire weapon, but I'll walk you through the build here. I'll have some gameplay in the background, walk you through some information about the weapon in real life, and then we'll just leave you with the gameplay. So you can see I got a lot of wins with this weapon. Have quite a few different builds here that you'll see in action. I'll show them off. So let's go ahead and back out and we'll see one of the final designs here with this weapon. Now for this particular blueprint I'm using, if I go ahead and back out, there's two blueprints you can use for this. You can see here my DSA-58 OSW, or the Operational Specialist Weapon. This thing here is utilizing the Smooth Dominator blueprint. This, I believe, I don't believe it was PS exclusive, but it was one of the challenges from Modern Warfare that came out in Season 2, or no, Season 1 here. It says this particular one turns the FAL into the DSA-58 version of the weapon. Mainly the CTC build, I believe here. CTC/OSW build of the weapon here. You can see, obviously, the furniture change for this weapon. If you look at the base FAL here in game, you can see the difference here. You have a fully upgraded upper receiver, as well as even the pistol grip. Everything about the weapon changes, minus the magazine itself, or even the magazine on some of the blueprints here. So the main one we're going to be using, or you're going to want to use for this blueprint for the conversion to the DSA-58, is going to be the Smooth Dominator or the Skull Shot. So if we go ahead and select the Skull Shot, we'll go ahead and back out. This is what I have here. Strip this thing down. Now you'll see a few different builds here that I'll walk you through quickly. One of the ones here I did is the OSW barrel. So the OSW standing for Operational Specialist Weapon. This is a 13-inch barrel. We can go ahead and put this weapon on, or the barrel on. It's going to give us the aim down sight speed and the movement speed. Cons are the bullet velocity decrease, as well as the recoil control. I went ahead and put on a compensator also for increased recoil control on this weapon. Go ahead and then put on the Combat Core Holographic, or the EOTech, for that one-time magnification. Magazine here, we're going to run the 30-round magazine, and I'm going to use the Soul Reaper as well as the default. Also looks really, really good. So we'll put the Soul Reaper on for this. It goes well with the blueprint. Underbarrel attachment, I'm running the Merc foregrip just because this thing is more of a very close quarters weapon. You're not going to get a lot of range out of this. It had multiple nerfs, obviously, back in the Modern Warfare days. So it is primarily a close quarters weapon. I wouldn't try to stretch this thing out. So the recoil control with the Merc foregrip is going to be effective because it fires a 7.62 by 51mm NATO, and we get that hipfire accuracy with the weapon as well. So we'll go ahead and select that. That's one build here that you'll see a few wins with. And then the other one here that I like is also, we go ahead and get rid of the compensator. We can throw on the OSW stock, which is this factory aluminum, and then the blueprint option here is for the Skull Shot. You can see what this one looks like for our fifth attachment. This right here is the DSA-58 OSW, that 13-inch para build manufactured by DSA, which we'll get more into that in the video here. But the DSA-58 OSW, the Operational Specialist Weapon. Go ahead and back out. Now the other build here, go ahead and deselect that. You'll see me run this with a 4x flip as well. And then I believe I also probably had a compensator on there. So a mixture of this as well is also really good. But the final design here that I settled with, that I always kind of keep going back to, and again, none of these are bad. You'll see a lot of wins with the different builds. But we're going to go ahead and use the Tactical Suppressor because the Monolithic, they changed this somewhere in Season 3 or 2, somewhere in there. And they went from a Western design to a Russian PPS-4 for the mono. So I'm not going to put a Russian suppressor on a NATO weapon. We'll go ahead and put the Tactical Suppressor on. That's going to give us the sound suppression. And again, it's worthless to try and stretch the range out with this because of the damage at range and the nerfs this thing's had. This is a close quarters weapon, so use it for close quarters only. So Tactical Suppressor, we'll go ahead and use that. That's all we need here. We don't want to stretch the range. Base barrel, laser, we'll go with the TAC laser for that ADS speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. Optic, going to run the Combat Corp or the EOTech. Magazine, we're going to go ahead with that 30-round mag for the Soul Reaper. Again, that's going to increase from the 20 up to the 30 rounds of the 7.62 by 51 NATO. And then the Merc foregrip again. So this is our one of our final designs for the DSA-58. Very good build here. Now, we'll go ahead and you can just see some key things here with this weapon. Obviously, the upgrades compared to the FAL. You have the Picatinny railed system on here, the whole different upper receiver. Again, I cover that in a lot of the other videos. I'll link that down below if you want more information about the DSA. But you have all custom furniture here, and I'll compare it in those videos. But you can see Picatinny's on the top of the entire length of the upper receiver. We have Picatinny's on the 6, 3, and 9 of the handguard as well. Very modernized variant of the FAL here is the DSA. So jumping into some of the gameplay here as we go over this weapon here in real life mainly. Obviously the DSA-58, this is, in case you weren't aware, this is obviously the FAL like I said, but the DSA-58, DSA standing for David Slavago Arms. So this is a American company which has a licensed copy of the the FAL, which is dubbed the SA-58 or the DSA-58 for David Slavago Arms. So this, again, like I said, an American licensed copy of the FAL. This is probably the most notable licensed copy of the FAL and has the most enhancements to the weapon. They do offer a base version, which is basically identical to the FAL. However, the more modernized DSA-58 OSW, CTCs, things like that, even the SA-58 pistol are really what they're known for, and numerous upgrades to the weapon, mainly being the upgraded furniture to the weapon. So, American company David Slavago Arms, like I said, manufactures a copy of the FAL called the DSA-58 FAL or the OSW, CTC. OSW standing for Operational Specialist Weapon, CTC standing for Compact Tactical Carbine. Slightly different things there with the barrel length, things like that. As well as the buttstocks, folding buttstocks, which is a skeleton buttstock, which is an enhanced version of the paratrooper version. But the DSA-58, again, has some... It comes with the 460mm or a 16-inch barrel, 18-inch barrel, 13-inch barrel, 21-inch barrel, as well as, I believe, even a 8-inch barrel for the pistol. I forgot what the overall length is. I believe it's 8 inches. The SA-58 can use any metric measurement of the FAL magazine. So again, any FAL magazine, the 5, 10, 20, 30, or even the 50-round FM drum of the 7.62 by 51mm. The civilian clients are limited only to semi-automatic fire, obviously, but military and law enforcement, which do utilize the DSA-58, primarily the OSW build, they have the select fire options, which are capable of firing at a cyclical fire rate of 650 to 750 rounds per minute on fully automatic based on the gas setting. Beautiful weapon here. Obviously, in-game, it's only single fire, but it would be really cool if Modern Warfare 2 we get it in full auto. I especially like to see it in full auto for Modern Warfare 2. Here in game, you do have a 3-round burst option, but again, that isn't really viable because the 3-round burst has a delay on it. If you have a good trigger finger, you can fire a heck of a lot faster than you can with the burst option. So the DSA-58 OSW, or the Operational Specialist Weapon, is an assault carbine variant of the paratrooper model of the FAL. So again, the FAL, I believe I compared this in previous videos, so I'm not going to reiterate. Like I said, I'll link those down below. But the para variant is that 13-inch variant with the skeleton foldable stock. So the DSA-58 OSW also has the side folding stock, enhanced para polymer stock, shorter 279mm or 11 inches, or 330mm, 13 inches options for the barrel, as well as optional full auto settings. That's the DSA-58 OSW. Again, very compact, tactical looking weapon. I would have already put some pictures up there on screen. The SA-58 CTC is essentially the same thing, just some minor differences. It's a carbine variant of the paratrooper model of the FAL. Yet again, it has a side folded enhanced para polymer stock, shorter 16.25-inch barrel compared to the 11 or the 13 of the OSW, as well as the optional full auto setting, same as the OSW. Overall length coming in at 36 inches for the CTC version, and weighing in at 8.25 pounds. So a very lightweight weapon. Again, the FAL is a legendary weapon for NATO as far as battle rifles go. Oddly enough, FAL is a French acronym with the English translation meaning light automatic rifle, even though it is a battle rifle that fires the big 7.62 by 51mm NATO round. And the FAL's been in service, I believe, since 1953 through present, and obviously here we see the American licensed version, that being the DSA DSA-58. So let me know what you guys think down below. This weapon is a ton of fun. I had probably my most fun playing the game here on Rebirth with this weapon. And again, in the videos down below, you'll see some games where I had some really great gameplay with it on Verdansk. I never really used it when it was quote-unquote meta at the time. I always used it in between, but this thing's just a lot of fun. You can see, once you get used to it and get used to the trigger finger, you can be very effective with this build. So let me know if you give this thing a try, what your favorite builds are with this. Like I said, you'll see a few different ones here like I showed you. A lot of effective builds here. Use this thing for close quarters, get that trigger finger down, and this thing's going to be very effective at close quarters range. Let me know what you guys think down below, the DSA-58 OSW or the DSA-58 FAL build. Links are down below in the description. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like the channel, or like the video, subscribe to the channel, and like I said, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, things like that are down below. Interaction obviously helps out smaller channels like myself as we gear up for Modern Warfare 2. Had a lot of growth for Modern Warfare 2019. I'm really excited to see what we do here with Modern Warfare 2. And I'm even more excited to get a fully automatic DSA-58 OSW in Modern Warfare 2. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming, out. He's in here.
Good effect on target.
Is the tower clear?
I downed a guy, yeah. Get up there.
Okay, 3 seconds.
I'm taking this guy with us.
Alright, team wipe.
Should we push up? Or left?
I don't know, dude.
Or I don't fucking know. Pretty low ground here.
I don't know. I don't think we can get up there and hold that though. There's 3 teams. I mean, I have an airstrike. We can wait and see what the circle does. 2 teams. It's 3v2.
Lost 2 people.
Yeah. All right. Start pushing up, Gilly. I'm gonna drop the airstrike up there. I dropped the airstrike. Circle left.
I don't fucking see them.
They're probably in the tents.
Don't have RP.
They're probably in... Got one.
Behind us.
Oh my god. He was laying there. He killed that. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
DSA, baby. DSA. I did go crazy.
Let's go. Yeah, that's good.
Dude, the DSA is so fucking fun to use. Jesus.
Oh god.
That's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Alright.